5 Japanese Coast Guard crew members are dead after their plane collided with an airliner on a runway at Haneda Airport and burst into flames. Japan Airlines says all 379 people on the passenger plane got out safely. Japan's transport minister says the pilot of the Coast Guard plane also escaped. ABC News contributor and former Marine Corps pilot Colonel Steve Ganyard joins me now for more on this. Colonel Ganyard, all passengers on this commercial plane walked away from this collision safely, and that is even more remarkable when you look at this video. This plane is covered in flames. So what do you make of that? The response here, how this happened to begin with? What's your take looking at this video and hearing what we know so far about how this unfolded?
Yeah, Diane, it's just a matter of inches. This could have been a complete catastrophe. It is sad that 5 of the 6 Japanese Coast Guard members on the other airplane lost their lives. But in this case, what a near miraculous ending to a terrible, terrible collision. If you look at it, the video is a bit difficult to discern because it is at night. But if you look at it, it looks like the Japanese Coast Guard aircraft is actually out poking its nose out onto the runway for some reason, and it's not moving. It's not like it had been cleared across the runway. So the Japanese Coast Guard plane should clearly have not been there, and the JAL flight crew did not see it, obviously, until it was too late. But it clipped the JAL A350 just at a point where, yes, it did create that horrific explosion, but it wasn't so bad that the JAL crew in the cockpit weren't able to keep the airplane tracking down the runway. And that is the key to why this was a successful evacuation of all the passengers on board. They kept going on down the runway. The airplane eventually came to a stop, skidded to a stop. You can see at least the right engine is still turning. They deployed the emergency evacuation slides, and everybody got off safely. But that wouldn't have happened if that Japanese Coast Guard aircraft had hit just a few feet closer in towards the fuselage.
And this is a brand new plane. It's the first A350 to be a total loss. So how crucial do you think the data will be here in terms of the evidence they can collect, not only in piecing together how this happened, but in trying to boost more safety in the future?
Yeah, I think that's going to come down to human error. The A350 is an extraordinary airplane. This is the first hull loss ever. It's very strong. If you look at some of the ways that you see the burn patterns, you see that it's made of carbon fiber. It's not made of metal like the 787 is. It's very, very strong. It's stronger than most metals that are used in older aircraft. So the airplane did its job here. What we think what happened is that this was pilot error. Somebody, probably on the Japanese Coast Guard side, taxied onto that active runway when they weren't supposed to. So we've seen this a number of times in the U.S., Diane. We've talked about this, where in Austin, where an aircraft almost landed on a Southwest aircraft, at JFK, where a Delta aircraft almost hit another commercial aircraft. So we're seeing this way too often, and we've been talking about it. The FAA has been holding hearings. There are technological fixes. It's probably time now for us to go back and talk to the FAA and ask them what's really been done, because our luck ran out today. It could have been worse, but this is a continuing problem, not only around the world, but in the U.S. in particular.
All right, ABC News contributor Colonel Steve Ganyard, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.